7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat. Yes, sir, yes, sir. talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? Where do you get it? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Why, it's the you need a biscuit made the trouble. You need to put the cracker in the package, The you need a biscuit in the airtight sanitary package made the Cracker Barrel obsolete. Cracker Barrel went out the window with the mailbox cut, torn by the stove. Changed the approach of the traveling salesman, made it pretty hard.
Does it, but you gotta know the territory.
Gone with the hogshead, cast and demijohn. Gone with the sugar barrel, nickel barrel milk can. Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever meet a fella by the name of Hill?
Hill.
No! Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman, Hill.
Now, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fella's line? Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
The Cracker Barrel being obsolete, or the you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package, or the Model T Ford.
Just a minute.
Never worries about his line. For a doggone thing, he's just a banging, bell ring, big hole, great coat, never number, rip roar, and every time a bullseye salesman. And that's Professor Harold Hill.
Jones, what's the line?
He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory.
What do you talk? He's a music man. He's a what? He's a music man. And he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass. And the piccolo, uniforms too, with the shiny gold braid on the coat and a big red stripe running right
Well,
down.
I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks for hats and here and there a juice on.
No, the fellow sells bands, boys' bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies, and he gathers, and he plucks, and he shines, and when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, we've just crossed the state line into Iowa. River City population is 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state.
All right, if you're all through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill.
You really know Harold Hill?
Never saw him in my life, but I know this much. He's given every one of us a black eye. After he's worked the town over, the next salesman to arrive gets automatically tarred and feathered and thrown out to the city limits on a rail. I think that's funny. Well, wait till it happens to you. Your hair never grows back.
Why should you get thrown out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach the kids to play.
Well,
And to form them kids into a band with himself as the leader.
what's wrong with that?
He don't know one note from another. That's what's wrong with that. And he couldn't tell a bass drum from a pipe organ. I'm going to catch up with that swimming tube and thimble ringer. And when I do, I'm going to squeal on it so loud.
Boy, you are mad, Charlie. I'd like to be around when you catch up with that fella.
But it won't be on this trip. Not in Iowa. Not even the great Professor Hill trying to sell them neck-bowed Hawkeyes out here.
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
I don't believe I caught your name.
Don't believe I dropped.
ring yourself, you really ought to give Iowa a try.
Provided you are contrary.
Morning, Mayor Jim.
It is, if you want to go around in your drawers all day.
There I was in the Madison Hospital and nobody come to visit me. Cousin Will never come, Aunt Bertha never come.
Your Aunt Bertha's dead.
She wouldn't have come anyway.
We could be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so, by God, stubborn we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never see eye to eye. But we'll give you our shirt and the bag to go with it. If your crop should happen to die.
What the heck? You're welcome. Glad to have you with us, even though we may not ever mention it again.
You really ought to give Iowa, Park Pie, Iowa, Dubuque, Des Moines, Davenport, Marshalltown, Mason City, Keokuk, Hayes, Clear Lake. Ought to give Iowa a try.
Mr. Squires, yes. I'm interested in a rig for Sunday if you could accommodate me.
Then I suppose you ought to see the man in charge of hiring rigs. Who's late, actually.
Hey, Gregory! Marcella, you old son of a gun. What? Greg, Professor Hill's the name? Harold Hill. Well, what in the world are you doing here? And why didn't you let me know you was coming? Well, I didn't know it was myself. And besides, how did I know you would wind up in a little tank town like this? You were a pretty big slicker when you're in business with me. Oh, too many close shaves the way you were. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable girl. Ethel Toppelmeyer. Boss's niece. Oh, darn legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good. Say, what's the new pitch? You're not back in that bad business. I heard you was in the steam automobile. Well, what? Well, what happened? Somebody actually invented one. Now, give me the lowdown here, Mars. Huh? Oh, you're never going to get anywhere in the bad business with these stubborn Iowans, Greg. Besides, we got us a stuck-up music teacher that'll expose you before they give you a grip on the back. Male or female? The music teacher? She's the librarian. Female. Perfect. That's just what I wanted to hear. If she passes by, you point her out to me. I will. So how are you going to start the pitch? Same old way. First, I'll keep that music teacher off balance, and then my next step will be to get your town out of the serious trouble it's in. Your city isn't in any trouble. Well, then I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember. Now, what's new around here? What can I use? Nothing. I took the billiard parlor just put it in the pool table. They never had a pool table here before. Nope, only billiards. That'll do. See you later, Mars. And don't forget, music teacher. Music teacher. You're Mr. Dunlop. Yes? Well, either you are closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are unaware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, so I'm mighty proud. I say I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help you cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever think you try to give an ironclad lead to yourself from a three-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, range, and maturity to score in a ball-flying game, I say that any move and take and shove a ball in the pocket. Now, know, Jasper. Here to tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trust race, no, but a race where they set down right on the horse. I'd like to see some stuck-up jockey boy setting on Dan Patch. Make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum. With a capital B and it rhymes with P that stands for pull. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering. Frittering away their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind get your damn lance full or the screen or patch or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night. That's trouble. Oh, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker shirt tail young ones. Peeking in a full hall window at school. You got trouble, folks. Right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T that runs with P that stands for pull. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around the hall? They'll be trying out Viva, trying out Cuban, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette beads, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breathless sits and love by night. They leave the pool hall heading for the dance at the armory. Never take men, Scottish women, and ragtime. Shameless music that'll drag your son and your daughter to the arms of a jungle animal instinct mass hysteria. Frenzy, idle brain is a devil's playground. Trouble!
Oh, we got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
With a capital T and rhyme with penis stands for pull.
That stands for pull.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here.
Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school.
Our children gonna have trouble.
Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes out of Captain Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell. And so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, we got trouble. Right here in River City. With a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pull. We surely have trouble. Right here in River City. Remember the main Plymouth Rock and the Golden Rule.
Our children gonna have trouble.
Oh, that's trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15-numbered ball is a devil's toll.
Devil's toll.
been over the last 4th of July.
Oh, it always is, Mama. And I have to go back after the 4th of July exercise. Mom, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh, who?
I never saw him before.
What, did you say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
No, of course not. Now don't dawdle, Amaryllis. So do, la, re, mi, mi, a little slower, and please keep your fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't be faster, dear.
You don't mind my saying so. It's worth the hurt to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted, Mama.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, but I've never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of grimace city people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama told me that the public library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level. I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't put Paul and Shakespeare and all them other highfalutin careers.
Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject I might have.
Oh, subject I was talking about the three young strangers of North Pennsylvania and many lots of class.
Oh, do you think I'd allow a common matter now? Yes, Mama, I have a sense where men are concerned, and I have no intent.
I know all about your status, and if you don't mind my saying so, there's not a man alive who can hope to measure up to that blend of tall boys and straight fashion. So a word you can talk for yourself, for your Irish imagination you have discovered in your library full of books.
Well, that isn't the best I've ever heard.
Thank you.
May I have? Yes, dear.
Winthrop, it's after dark. Is that the way you walk into the house?
Hello.
Now, that won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my foot. That lady over there is your sister, young man.
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where's your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I would especially like it very much if you come, Winthrop.
Well, Winthrop, I'm better than Saturday to her party. Are you going or are you?
No.
No, what?
No thing.
Now you know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because he's F. Because of his lip. He's ashamed.
Now we know all about his little Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop,
I bet he won't say it. No, thank you, Amaryllis. Amaryllis, Amaryllis. Why do you get so mad at people just because he lives? It's not only because he lives, Amaryllis. That's only part of it. Well, what's the other part? Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much. Not even to you and your mother? No, dear. We all have to be a little patient. I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I know him. Every night, I say goodnight to him on the evening star. You have to do it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight. Oh, there, darling. Don't cry. You've lots of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else. Never. I want an old maid like you. I'm sorry, Miss Marion. Can I play my contest? May I? May I play my contest? You may. He was such a sweetheart. You have no one to say goodnight to on the evening star. I know, Amaryllis. For now, we'll say goodnight, my son. And you can put in the vase when the right someone comes along. All right. Better than nothing. Yes, it is. Now you can play your contest. Now I may play my contest.
J.C. Squires for his fine stereo-opticon slides. And to Ethel Kauffelmeyer, our fine piano player, piano. As mayor of River City, I welcome you River citizens to the 4th of July exercises set up for the indoors here in Madison Gymnasium on account of the weather. 4 years ago, the members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. The members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watanyi girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle of my wife, in which my wife, Eulalie McKechnie Shin, will take a leading part.
I will now go free in the Indian tongue. E, B, Panther, Panther, Pip. Oh, I'm shot, George, you shot.
I wouldn't go anywhere if I was you, Tommy Gila. Mrs. Shin will recover. But no thanks to a certain young ruffian who was a disgrace to our city. 4 and the Payne's fireworks spectacle, last days of Pompeii, will take place providing the rain stops by 9:30. It'll be out to Madison Picnic Park in the Far Meadow, across the creek from the pest house.
Well, how can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Sure did, Ewart. That's why we prepared for a storm.
The Gazette is accurate most of the time, and you know it, J.C.
Oh, you wouldn't last very long in the banking business being accurate most of the
Now
time.
that's what I'm
Let's not go in here. Order! 4 and
Number 8's late again tonight. I make her early.
Nope, she's late, all right.
She's right on time. Smell your watch.
Smell my watch?
will the members of the school board stop bickering in public?
For all the world tonight,
But never mind.
4
We heard there's a pool table in town.
And just a minute.
Is it a pool table or is it?
Will you allow me to get on with the exercises?
We don't want any more exercises till we get this pool table matter settled. Let's protect our children. Resist Senate corruption. Fight that devil to keep our young boys pure. Yes. Have your attention, please. Your attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill. I'm here to organize the River City Boys Band. Oh, think, my friends, how could any pool table ever hope to compete with a low trombone? Remember, my friends, when a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho? Oh, billiard parlor walls come a-tumbling down. Oh, bands will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I need a boys' band. Do you hear me? I said River City's got to have her boys' band, and I mean she needs it today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand, and River City's going to have her boys' band. As sure as the Lord made little green apples, and that band's going to be in uniform. Not will, red, red. You'll see the glitter of crash and cymbals, and hear the thunder of roll. Thundering, louder than before. Clarinets on every side is covered, with improvisable, much higher than the floor.
He's a ringleader. Whatever he does, the whole gang does.
Gee, Clyde, let me go.
You wild kid, you're hanging around my oldest girl, and his father is one of them day laborers south of town. You wild kid, you've been tagging after my oldest girl last Sunday.
I wasn't either tagged.
Don't you contradict me.
We just walking together, Gee, Clyde.
You watch your phraseology. I know what you was doing. My little Gracie Senior. Now you stay with my oldest girl, or you'll hear from me till who laid the rails? Hell, I'll talk to you Monday morning about that band thing. Over to City Hall, 10 o'clock sharp. Ben, I want that spellbinder's credentials.
Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
Professor, you don't know this kid. He's tough. And he's got his whole gang waiting outside.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tom, I'd like to talk to you about the band.
Ah, gee, Professor, that's for the little kids.
Oh, I'm not talking about you playing in the band. You're mechanically minded, aren't you? Ever do anything with perpetual motion? Nearly had it a couple times. You kid, well then you're my man. Do you realize nobody has ever invented a music holder for a marching piccolo player? No place to hang the music.
Come on, where can you get some wire from?
Look, in your cellar, that's where me keep wire. Oh, and Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Oh, young lady. Oh, miss, what's your name?
Anita, I had no idea you were beckoning to me. You got.
Zanita, do you know Tommy Gillis?
Well,
Tommy, this is Anita. Escort the young lady home.
only except I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. You got.
Well, then escort the young lady home by way of the library. By way of the Candy Kitchen. Yes, sir.
Do I have?
Oh, you have? Yes, sir.
Professor, you're a pretty smart young fella. Made a couple of mistakes.
Oh.
Mayor Shin just happens to own the billiard parlor and that new pool table.
Oh. What was the other mistake?
That's Anita. She's the mayor's oldest daughter.
Excuse me, Professor. We need your credentials. We're the school board academic certificate.
Nothing of the kind.
No, we need letters and papers.
Thank you, put up a
Please. What am I hearing? Say,
Ice cream, but I don't sing if that.
all right. Talk then.
Down here. Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
See, singing is only sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you right here.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of those men without the other phrase.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Any sin sincere, where is our good in goodbye, Your apprehensions confuse me here, puzzle and mystify, tell me what can be there in farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
I don't suppose you live alone.
No.
I've got some wonderful caramels over to the hotel.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street, like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I'm a conservatory man myself, a Gary, Indiana gold medal class of art 5.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me wherever I go? And another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not pleased to be mesmerized or hoodwinked, like some people in this town. I feel it's only fair to warn you that I have a whole shelf of reference books in the library which may give you some very interesting information about you.
Hey, Gregory, like when you used to imitate that gay country fella back in Joplin? Oh, yeah! Yeah. Oh, kid stuff. You say, I'm in rare form these days, son. Just to keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks. 4 weeks? It used to only take 10 days for those band instruments to arrive. Oh, it still does. It takes 4 weeks for the uniforms. Oh, no, Greg. Look, uniforms and instruction books. Instruction books? But you can't pass yourself off as a music professor. Not pretty 4 weeks, I mean. Marv? Oh, you don't know what you don't throw enough. Yeah, but I got a revolutionary new method called the think system where you don't bother with the notes. But in 4 weeks, these people are going to want to hear music. You're going to have to lead the band. But when the uniforms arrive, they forget everything else. At least long enough for me to collect and leave. Oh, this is a refined operation, son. I got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. Now, Mr. Washburn, if you will excuse me. Oh, gonna line yourself up a little canoodling, huh? Well, see, I can fix you up Bethel's sister. Lovely girl, teaches Sunday school. No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. No, sir. That kind of girl spins webs, no spider ever. Listen, boy. A girl who trades on all that purity really wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle. No golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir. For no diagonal I play for. I can tell you that right now. I stop. I hiss. How can ignorance be comparatively? I spark. I hiss. For the lady who knows what time it is, I cheer. I rave. For the virtue I too late to say. The side of my wiser go for me. Mark? It's Festus Love. Bright-eyed, blushing, breathless, vertigo, burgundy. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more noble man. No Julian Miss who keeps resisting all the time she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. I flinch, I shout. When the last with the delicate air goes by, I smile, I grin. When the gala touches semblance, then I hope, I pray for Lester to win just one more A. The sadder but wiser goes the girl for me. The sadder but wiser girl for me.
Pianola girl, Mrs. Squires and Mrs. Hicks, and of course, you've met Eulalie McKechnie, Shin, our mayor's wife. Isn't it exciting?
No, I couldn't say. I could not say. No, I could not say. At this time, my husband will investigate, I'm sure, naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes, I'm reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand, but you see, part of my music plans also include a committee on the dance and... No, wait. Wait, do that again, Mrs. Shin. Your foot. The way you raised it just now.
Oh, well, I have a bunion there, and it bothers me.
Oh! What grace! What natural flow of rhythm! What expression of line and movement!
Oh, Mr. Hill.
You must accept the chairmanship of the Ladies' Auxiliary for the classic dance. Now, must you, ladies? Why, every move you make, Mrs. Shin, bespeaks... Oh, sorry. Will you... Say yes, Mrs. Shin.
Eulalie McKechnie. Yes. Well, that is dancing. Well.
Can you accept?
Yes, indeed. And I would like to say...
Thank you, and now the young lady who plays the piano, Marion Carew, I believe. Well, after all, she is the librarian.
But they're her kind of woman that will blow on anyone.
Gymnasium, Madison Picnic Park, Madison Hospital, that miser Madison.
Exactly. Who do you think he was, anyway?
Well, I should say, show off. Gave the town the library, too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city. He left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That woman makes great noise. She was guaranteed. She broke the leg. I just broke the voice. She had her leg. She throws her down. You know, we feel a rumble slam. Still here. Trouble the door. He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her. Red lace. Oh,
Just a minute, dear. We need your credentials.
Why, certainly, gentlemen. I have everything to go over to the hotel. Come with me. Good night, ladies. Good night.
Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now.
It's all right. I know everything, and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanation, please. I'll only be in town a short time, and the saddest but wiser girl for me.
Would you please make your selection and leave?
I have
Now, what do you want to take out?
the librarian.
What? Please?
The librarian. You're not listening, Marion. Look. Marion. Marbles, 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Pee-wees, and 1 big glassy with an American flag in the middle. Think I've brought this.
No!
Madam Librarian. What can I do? My dear, catch your ear. I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer host for treatment had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumble and I must my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned. Marian. Ooh, Madam Librarian. But in the moonlight, a man can see it. In the moonlight. And a fellow would know that it's dark and there is no song. couple by myself.
Goodbye, Professor.
Thank you, Tommy.
Just a minute. Are you soliciting? Well, you haven't got a license.
Well, why no, Mr. Mayor? I'm collecting knobs. Doorknobs, that is. This particular model has a very peculiar shine, Mayor Shan.
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
Just missed you. Mr. Mayor, your hand. Oh, no.
What? What?
The spread of the little finger, it's hereditary.
Oh, it is? What does that mean?
It means that your boy's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good. America has at last produced an artist who can flugel a minute waltz in 50 seconds.
Well, how did I get one of those horns?
Sign right here, Mr. Mayor. Now, the $17 import fee.
Yes, sir. Just think, I could have missed the whole... I haven't got any, son. Why, you one ridiculous blue boy night. You one fight. Well, never mind. You be down to City Hall if I got papers at 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't make myself any plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Miss Peru, do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I'm not sure that I understand entirely, Professor.
Well, if your boy has that same firm chin and those splendid cheek muscles, by George! Not that he could ever be really great, you understand, but
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Britain's White House.
well, you see, all the really great cornet players were Irish. O'Clark, O'Mendez, O'Kline.
Professor, we are Irish.
No! Really? Well, that clinches it. Sign here, Miss Peru, your boy was born to play cornet. Fine. And that'll be $7 earnest money. You have nothing more to do until the first installment, which is payable at opening of band practice. Thank you. And of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his band uniform.
His uniform?
Well, hello, son. Why, certainly his uniform. And there won't be a penny due until delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, to imagine, at no cost whatever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures, the excitement of today.
Will they have
A stripe? Why, certainly, my boy, a wide red stripe on each side. What do you think of that?
Oh, you'll have to excuse Winter, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, even talk. And if you get him in your band, you'll have St. Michael's on the way with you. But if anyone can do it, I'll bet you can. Out of a crowd, I'll pick you for a hard carry, clay pipe smoking, shamrock wearing, part playing, my board being pinches, Harrison, Miss Brosling, and Irishman. Like, no, I'm a jamming for you, everybody.
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Is she now?
Why, yeah. Gold medal class of 05. How do you do, Miss Peru?
How to excuse me.
Business time. Yes, I thought I recognized the name Peru. I've been trying to see you since the other night.
He wants to put Winthrop in the bag.
We're not interested, Mama.
Well, there he is. What if the boy has his father's musical gift? He does have my jaw, you know.
Oh, your husband musical. Well, I'd like to have a talk with him. I'm sure that we would
Do
hit
you
up.
burst into everyone's home prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
There.
Well, that's one for and one against. Now, why not let the boy's father
The
decide?
boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I'm sorry. later in the week.
Oh, one moment, Professor Hill. Of all civilized measurements, and make all of its code. Leave 21 waste 18.
Fine, that's all I need. Now, I must get back to the hotel.
Professor, I do hope you'll excuse Mary. She's not...
Please do not worry about a thing. I'm sure that at Harvard, she's just as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, what it's Ruth.
Has he gone? He has, and I hope not forever. Now, don't you ever think of your future. Get Indiana conservation, lots of us guys.
Now, Mama, a girl's future does not depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing, traveling man that comes to town. The fact that he claims music is his commodity does not impress me in this particular case.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in the other, you're never going to strike much of a fire.
Winthrop? Winthrop, I know you're out there. Kindly go to the library and ask for the book that I've set aside for you. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large brown volume with black corners on it. Do I have stuff? Oh, you won't have to talk, dear. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now what you up to? What are these books at this hour of the night for?
I have a feeling that the Indiana Journal will help me poke some very large holes in the professor's plate.
Oh, well, I give up. At your age, if you don't find my answer, what type of a white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Granger, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he walks into the library. He does. Or as damaged with that buggy of his with the removable back seat. Well, I'm not waiting for a man in white shining armor either. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel sweet, just someone my
marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of minor flaws. You see, when you keep it tight enough to hold the music steady, you cut off the circulation and you can't wiggle your fingers. In the meantime, you could go blind.
That very first thing I said or not?
Yes, George.
Yes, that's the very first thing I said, or all you pay with the horse. Get that spellbinder's credentials, I said, morning of July 4th, 1912. And now look, my wife is up dancing at any and all hours of the day instead of in the hole.
But George.
The members of the school board are singing up street and down alley and instead of tending to city matters. My oldest girl is boodling around some wild kid, and my business has fallen off so far I can't find the balance.
Mayor Shin, I found something very interesting about Professor Hale's alma mater.
And so?
His university.
But I know all about that. In fact, that's the only thing I can get out of him. Garrett Conservatory class of 45.
If you'll just take time to read a little bit about the conservatory, I don't think you'll have to look any further. Now, it's located in the...
The Wells Fargo wagon.
A likely story. At this hour of the day, nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon. The band instruments.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Please let it be for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what it would be.
I thought it fun to make sure on my birthday.
In March I got a gray Mac and all.
And once I got some grapefruit for Teflon.
Montgomery Court sent me a bathtub and a cross-cut saw.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down. Is it a prepaid surprise or COD?
Or it could be.
Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be.
Something special.
Something very, very special now.
Just for me.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what he was coming for.
I got some salmon from Seattle last September.
And I expect a New York chair. I hope I get my raisins from Fresno.
The DAR has sent a cannon for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming now. I don't know how I could ever wait to see. It could be something, someone who is not related to what it could be. Something special, just for me.
Dare to make a stop until you stop for
Here's your cornet, Winthrop.
My cornet, gee, thanks, Professor.
Men, you will each receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, stay off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da.
Round one for you, Mr. Hill, but I better hear some by God cooking out of them horns in pretty short order, or I'll see you in front of the grand jury over in county seat. Miss Marion, about that book.
Come, George, Tempest, Fugit.
Well, you watch your phraseology. Get along if you want. I gotta get something from the librarian.